Well, let's stay with this story. The United Transport Union doesn't believe that the Passenger Rail Agency of South Africa is ready to run rail services. Joining us now is the union's Sonja Carstens. Sonja, good morning to you. So train lines, they're running in Durban and Cape Town so far. That's what our reporters are telling us on the ground. Why do you believe that they're not ready?
Good morning and thank you for having us. In the case of Durban, we've got a situation where Prasa did not pay the service provider of the cell phone. So the company's cell phone is not working. And that creates a problem when you need to get manual authorization. So typically, the example you've got of Cape Town, where people will sanitize, etc., and there's a very good access control for them to get onto the train. But Prasa is currently running at the 15% of its normal capacity, only 15%. Now you've got a train standing at an intersection waiting for manual authorization, and that's where the problem starts, where anyone can jump onto the train. We're supposed to have marshals to be deployed to assist with crowd control. They only started resuming their services today. They were giving an induction course yesterday. And then the South African Police Service has so graciously given Prasa 40 police officials to assist with crowd control nationwide. That's not nearly enough.
Sonja, can I come in there? I'm sorry to interrupt you. You are saying that only 15% of the trains are running this morning, but why is that a problem? Because the authorities, the Transport Minister has said that it will be a limited service. Where I understand you to be really making a point is about the manual authorization that you speak about. What are the dangers of using manual authorization?
Yeah, the 15% is of the normal capacity. So you will always have people trying to jump onto the train at other intersections because they want to catch the ride. So if you can control the 15%, that will be the ideal. But we don't think that's possible because of the fact that the train needs to stop so frequently.
I see. All right. And the whole issue around the company cell phone not working, explain that to us again.
Well, they have to phone for manual authorization and they have to use the company phone. If the company phone is not working, they have to use their own phone, and then there's a problem with airtime, etc. So there's always a very, very long delay. If you take into account the Durban-KwaMashu route, they had a simulation last week. It took them 2.5 hours. That's not acceptable, and that will once again create people jumping on, jumping off of the train, and that's not the ideal when we need to combat the spreading of COVID-19. In Cape Town, we've got the Southern Line working and everything seems good. The overhead cables are working, but our train drivers have been sitting at home for such a long period that they need to go for refresher courses. The refreshers is no longer valid, and they have to go for medicals. Prasa does not pay the medical bill, so that might create a problem in the sense that you don't have enough drivers on that specific route. And then in Pretoria, Pienaar, they're running with diesel locomotives because of the extensive vandalism of the rail infrastructure over the recent weeks. So we welcome the service. It's a great relief to workers. I think it's the only way to try and curb the taxi fares that's running out of control. But we need to fix the little nitty-gritty problem. Another big problem is that Prasa does not bring rail on board in assisting. We can also assist with pointing out problems at ground level. We've asked to be made part of this so that we can help. We've got our members working there and they know best, but we're not being included, and that's another huge concern to us.
Yeah. What about COVID-19 compliance, Sonja? Are you happy with those measures?
So far, so good. The plan presented by Prasa seems quite comprehensive and very well. But then once again, as the speaker before me were indicating, that the sustainability thereof would be a problem. Sanitizer for everyone, commuters and employees, We don't know whether or not Prasa's cash flow can handle that. Obviously, the sustainability of ensuring that there's an ample marshals, we've got way too little police, but to ensure that people are wearing their facial masks, are keeping social distancing. We do appeal to the public to adhere to this. We think it's very important that we get our trains back on track.
Sonja, very, very briefly, I'm out of time. The manual authorization you speak about, isn't that the same system that has caused collisions, for example, on the rail lines in the past?
You're quite right. The 5 collisions we've had over the past 4 years were all contributed to manual authorization.
Oh, okay. That's a concern. Thank you very much. That's Sonja Carstens. She is from Transport Union Untu.